Y'all, I would like to announce, actually, that the world is ending. It's the end of the world. The more contagious Omicron subvariant BA2 is now dominant in the U.S. and likely to cause an uptick in cases. Huh. So, just recap. Let's go back in time. So remember when the vaccine first came out, Joe Biden then declared victory on COVID. Then the Delta variant came around. Now, this is before the Omicron variant. Kamala Harris went to the LA Times to give an interview. She announced that the White House was totally blindsided by the Delta variant. Didn't see it coming at all. So, okay, but, fool me once, shame on you, right? You ain't gonna fool me again, right? Well, unless you're Kamala Harris, then you're gonna get fooled again, because Omicron came around, right? They got fooled again. Whoops, million cases a day. Whoa! Right? So then, State of the Union, Joe Biden announces, hey, we beat COVID. Omicron's over. The CDC announces, hey, everyone take your masks off. Isn't that great? Oh, by the way, there's no more COVID funding. And we're not going to add it, by the way. So again, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, then you do get fooled again. Now it looks like we're going to get fooled thrice. I don't know. Sounds like a bad deal. So again, I've been saying this for the last month. This new variant, I don't know. Like, isn't it weird that the CDC is telling everyone that they're fine? That work, employers are telling everyone, hey, you're fine. COVID restrictions being lifted. By the way. And now we got a more contagious variant. Oh, isn't this great? It's like, it really reminds me of when I'm doing mushrooms, like, bigger doses. And I get stuck in these, like, thought loops, right? Where it's like, the end is the same as the beginning, and I just, go through them over and over and over again for eons. That's what I feel like is happening in the real world. Like, again, it's just new wave. Oh, is this the end? Oh, nope, new wave. It's like, and for whatever reason, our government is just doing nothing. They're not doing anything at all. Like, they're just like, I don't know. What if we just, gave them, 4 tests? And then we just, I don't know. Like, what if we just pretend it's not real? Like, again, there's this memo that was released with, Democratic Party strategists, the most fucked up motherfucking fucks in the world, right? They were like, people don't like COVID, and they associate COVID with Democrats because Americans are stupid, so let's just pretend COVID's gonna go away. And then fucking Joe Biden was like, we are down at the State of the Union. He's like, oh, yeah, we will. Cut all funding, all testing is gone, right? Cases are going down, the testing is not being funded anymore, at-home tests don't get registered, so, hey, I don't know, and now there's a new surge coming, and so again, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you ain't gonna fool me again. I learned my lesson. I stayed the fuck home when Delta was getting out. When Omicron was getting out, I stayed the fuck home. And guess what? BA2, I'm also gonna stay the fuck home. So let's read. A more contagious Omicron subvariant is now dominant in the U.S., according to the latest data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Have you been seeing this anywhere? Other than my show and maybe a couple other shows? I haven't seen anyone in mainstream media talk about this. I haven't seen anyone ask, Joe Biden or Jen Psaki questions about this. Maybe a couple questions, just generically related to COVID funding. But, I don't know. I feel like this should be a bigger story. Yes, the war in Ukraine is really, really bad. But I've got news for you. More people are dying of COVID than are dying in the war of Ukraine. And guess what? We are not Ukraine. We can't, we're not there, so we're here. So I wish our politicians would maybe start talking about a little bit, domestic issues. I'm just saying, maybe. Now, if you want to start doing something in Ukraine, all right, then maybe, okay, you could spend that time and attention there. But if you're not going to do anything about Ukraine, and you're just going to say, well, and they're not going to do anything, they're not going to, say, whether or not you support that, whatever. I wish they would turn their attention back to the domestic agenda because, again, thousands of people a day are dying. That's crazy. That's Looney Tunes. We're 9/11 every other day. That's fucking nuts. And again, Americans are fucking stupid. They're just going, I lost, whatever. I lost my aunt. I lost my uncle. I lost my Grammy. I lost my Grampy. Whatever. Gotta go shop. Gotta go and go. Inflation, gas prices, pain at the pump. Anyway. Subvariant called BA2 now accounts for nearly 55% of the nation's COVID-19 tests that have undergone genetic sequencing, the data shows, although levels vary state to state. Dr. Tony Fauci, President Biden's chief medical advisor, has said that the subvariant could cause an uptick in cases in the U.S., but he doesn't think it would cause another surge. Again, what the fuck? What the fuck? Are these people stupid? What does that mean? So it's an uptick, but it's not a surge. What do those mean? What do those words mean? Is anyone going to ask what's the difference between an uptick and a surge? Seriously. Like, these are like, what is the definition of a surge? Like, a surge is an uptick times 1.5. Like what is an uptick? First of all, an uptick is already bad. But again, what the fuck? Like, they just say these things. These politicians just say words. Like, yeah, there's going to be an uptick, but not a surge. What the fuck is the difference? What do those things mean? What does that mean? I have no idea. Okay, the bottom line is we likely will see an uptick in cases as we've seen in European countries, particularly the UK, where they've had the same situation as we have now. They have BA2. They have a relaxation of some restrictions. Isn't an uptick. What does that mean? BA2 has spread 75% faster than the formerly dominant BA1 Omicron variant, but it hasn't caused more hospitalizations and doesn't appear to escape the immune response from vaccines or previous infections. Now, again, the UK, you know, they've got at least an NHS. We're fucking on our own, right? The government just said, yeah, if you get COVID, guess what? We're not going to pay for that. You're just going to go to the hospital. Either you die or you got to, you know, have medical debt for the rest of your life. I'm just saying, you know, like that's what the US is telling us. I don't know. The easiest way to prevent another surge was to get people vaccinated and boosted. Well, now it appears that the booster shot's only going to be authorized for people over the age of 50, and they might not even, like, they might have to pay for it out of pocket, right? So, anyway, the CDC said the Americans older than 50 with underlying medical conditions and everyone over 65 may get an extra second booster shot to bolster immunity against COVID-19. About 65% of Americans are fully vaccinated, and around 44% of those eligible have had the first booster. So, like, again, we need to really talk about language here. Fully vaccinated when there's boosters. Like, this booster thing, you are not fully vaccinated unless you've had 3 shots or, like, you know, you just had, like, you know, depending on, like, when you started your vaccination process. You are not fully boosted or fully vaccinated unless you've had at least 2 shots, and the most recent shot you've had was, like, a month or 2 ago. Other than that, like, if you're in any other category, you've got waning immunity. And, again, we need more booster shots. If more people need them, I don't know. The government's saying we're not going to fund them. I don't know. You know, there's going to be people that just aren't. I don't know. We're fucked. We're fucked. I don't know. Right? The CDC has changed all their metric systems. You know, they don't count cases anymore. I don't know. Are you scared? Because I'm scared. Maybe I shouldn't be scared. I want my 4th booster shot. Or my 2nd booster shot. My 4th overall. Whatever it is. I don't fucking know. I hate this terminology. I hate it. Anyway. We're fucked. And not in the good dick way. Because, you know, why would that happen? Anyway, there you go. I'm losing it.